This is Alicia Kramer, and in this week's Mentor Minutes, we're going to talk about using affirmations in the most powerful way to effectively reprogram your subconscious mind and ultimately align with and achieve your goals. When we are doing affirmations, there are a couple of key points that you absolutely need to understand and remember for maximum effectiveness. The first thing, the most important thing is getting yourself into the appropriate emotion. When a lot of people are using affirmations, they are trying to talk themselves into manifesting their particular goal. And if they're really honest with themselves, they, in many cases, are actually triggering their doubt and their insecurities and recognizing, if they're honest with themselves, that it's triggering some type of negative emotion. Maybe it's disbelief or impatience or irritation or something that is counterproductive to what they're actually desiring to achieve. So when you clarify your intention and you focus on one specific goal, one specific desired outcome. And the reason that I say one is not that you can't have numerous different goals or various different objectives, but for the purpose of this, when you really want to achieve something, you really want to anchor that into your subconscious mind, the more focused you are on it, the more powerful and potent it becomes. So there's nothing wrong with having multiple goals and numerous objectives and various different priorities. But for the sake of this particular exercise, I really encourage you to focus on one. What is your biggest goal right now? The one thing that if you create that as a reality in your life would be a game changer, whether it is monetary or health or relationship or whatever it may be. Now that you have clarified that one particular goal, when you state it, you're stating your affirmation in the present tense as though it is a done deal. It's a reality. So if you think about something that you've got going for you in your life right now, you don't talk about that as though it is a future thing. You don't say, oh, I'm so grateful that that's going to happen someday. No, you're grateful that you have it right now. Same with affirmations, because our subconscious mind does not differentiate between what is happening now for real versus what we are just imagining. And when we are impressing upon the mind, we do not want to always be putting our stuff out there into the future. We want to be creating it as though it is our present reality. This is who we are. This is our state of being. This is my reality. The other thing is when we're talking about how the universe works, the universe also, right, is operating on our present vibrational point of attraction. So when you are saying your affirmation or you're meditating on it and you're thinking your affirmation over and over and over again, we want to be feeling it in this present moment as though we are embodying the gratitude for experiencing that right now. If you are saying your affirmation and it is triggering any type of doubt or impatience or irritation, you've got to change your state, okay? And this particular exercise is going to help you to do that. So first, clarify, what are you going to focus on? What is your goal? What is your target objective? Now, how can we state that in the positive? Here's an example. If your goal is financial, perhaps you really, truly, authentically in your heart aspire to be a millionaire. You may state your goal the following: I am so grateful that I am a millionaire. When you are repeating that, you want to feel, how does it feel to be a millionaire? How do you feel in the present as a millionaire? That gratitude, that feeling of joy, that feeling of this is normal, this is just who I am, and I so incredibly appreciate it. That's the feeling that we want to continue to evoke with our affirmation. The next thing that we want to remember is that it is that repetitive repeating and feeling that over and over and over again that is essentially programming the subconscious mind and also putting you into that vibrational state, which then, of course, is the precursor to all manifestations that we experience in our life. So, setting yourself up for success. Do this in the morning, right after you wake up, for at least 5 minutes. Do it again sometime during the day with your lunch break, for instance, or taking a couple of different times throughout the day to get yourself into a wonderful, relaxed state where you are visualizing, you're imagining, you're feeling, and you're repeating your affirmation over and over and over again. And then again at night, right as you're drifting off to sleep. Remembering that right in the morning after you wake up and right as you are drifting off to sleep, you are in that theta brainwave state. Perfect opportunity to access the subconscious mind and do that positive reprogramming. But of course, we don't want to neglect the rest of the day. So make sure that you're taking some time, at least one more time midday, and do your affirmations. Now, I mentioned this before, I'm going to bring it up again. Getting yourself into the right state. Be someplace quiet. If you already meditate, it's going to be very easy for you. Get into a nice, quiet, meditative state, and then begin your affirmation process. The more that you feel those positive emotions, the more that you feel the clarity, the better and more effective this exercise is going to be. You can, of course, listen to some type of meditation music, some various different music that you find on YouTube that have different frequencies and different tones that can help you enter into those deeper states, raise your vibration. All are wonderful. Whatever feels good to you, that really is the key more than anything else. What helps you get into that wonderful emotional state, okay? That is more important than any label that somebody puts on their music track, right? So you'll see things on YouTube for manifesting millions of dollars and things like that. But if it doesn't feel good to you, then it is counterproductive. So I would rather you use nothing than something that actually irritates you. You don't need the music. You don't need the frequencies. You can just simply meditate on this and just feel those good feelings. Of course, if you enjoy that background music, if it helps get you into a deeper state, if it helps raise your vibration, then by all means use that as a tool to assist you. So my suggestion for you is to clarify what is your primary objective, your number one goal, the thing that you are going to commit to focusing on and doing your affirmation on for, say, the next couple of weeks, 2 months, or until it manifests. For some people, they're so close to achieving that particular goal that it happens very, very, very quickly. For others, they may have more resistance to it, more limiting beliefs about it. And so it really is about staying the course, being consistent, staying positive. Don't allow yourself to be fooled by not seeing the immediate evidence of it. This, if you're doing it the way that I've instructed you to do it, is going to work. It is going to continue to influence the subconscious. It's going to continue to program you to believe, to expect. And those are the precursors to those things occurring in your life. It's the precursor to you being inspired to take certain actions, to take new actions that you've never taken before, to be more aware of opportunities that perhaps you hadn't been aware of before. All that are a logical, sequential sort of step by step to you being, doing, and having what it is that you ultimately desire. So Be patient with the process. Do not judge appearances. There are a lot of things that don't appear to be happening when in fact they are. Think about buying a house. When you buy the house, you don't instantaneously take possession of the house, but it is in a state of becoming. If your senses told you, well, I don't have the house yet, and therefore I guess I'm not getting the house, well, you would probably not be responsive or receptive to things that you needed to do to continue the process to you actually owning and taking possession of that house. Don't let your senses fool you. It is in a state of becoming. And the better you feel about it, the more that you are a cooperative part of that manifestation process versus interfering, slowing down the process, or completely thwarting it because of your negative attitude and disbelief. There are affirmation tracks on the Inner Game Academy to help you if you are looking for support materials, if you're not necessarily the type to take ownership of these types of exercises. If you don't have your Inner Game Academy membership, go ahead, take advantage of the free 1 month. Go in there, use those types of audios to support you doing this type of reprogramming and manifestation work, but you don't need that, okay? You can do it on your own, DIY, if you will, or there are, like I said, there are audios on YouTube. There are various different sources that you can turn to support you with this type of exercise, but you've got to do the work. So with that, go out, make your dreams come true. And of course, we will see you in another Mentor Minutes.